candle. Okay. So yeah, I was on YouTube and I was like, holy crap, Alex Kister, I believe, posted a new Mandela Catalogue thing, and actually a full site. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna look over that. And I haven't really been like following it specifically, but I've been watching the game theory, not like the actual game theories about it, but the GT Live stuff. And I just wanted to take a look. I assume so. This version of the website would have been up in 2004. Grieving Parents Foundation. So that was brought up because in one of the videos, it is stated that a bunch of children just disappeared. So going further down the page is a more recent update. So the past week, many, I want to go down slightly more because I saw something earlier. Okay, there we go. The past week, many residents of Mandela Catalogue have been leaving for various reasons. That most residents are moving to the surrounding counties, Bythorn, Workshaw. Okay, so the thing is I don't remember what the others are, and my memory is going to be a bit foggy in the first place, because it's been a bit. But I do know this: those other counties are believed to have been affected by the alternates, which are this series kind of like mystery. We don't know a lot about them. We are sure that you are 100% safe here. There's no reason to run. Who are you running from? So the implying of that question, I feel, would be that it's an alternate, because that is, or the intruder does not feel like the kind of thing you would put on a police website to make people feel safe. Spooky apparitions. Most likely alternates. That's what we can see. Old Gmail. Every day gets darker. Sarah Heathcliff. So I already saw people in the comments are thinking it's potentially the sister of Mark Heathcliff, because there was an image of a church. Oh my! Someone posted the thing in chat. Thank you so much. Oh, that is so kind of them. Phenomenal profile. Thank you so much. So I was looking at it earlier, and I saw that it said Thatcher Davis here 92. So I was like, okay, that's obviously the username, but I didn't know what the password was. That's even more interesting. Why would it be Every Day Gets Darker? Because I know there was a theory that Thatcher is now an alternate, or has some connection, so it'd be weird that he would set, maybe just, it's just a grim outlook on it. So Sarah Heathcliff, most likely the sister of Mark Heathcliff, because there was a photo of him and a little girl, and he ends up returning to that church that was in the photo. I know you're reading these. Answer, I'm not going to stop. I forget. Okay. Let's see how he likes that. And then the database login, they don't know what it is. Cool. Local news. Okay. So this is, I believe, 11/12/04. Okay, so shortly after, we've got another page that says local news. So this leads to the prior page that we saw. Same thing, support, Poppy. Okay, now we can see, for the past weeks, many varying reasons to seek safer living conditions is the reason. Who are you running from? Spooky apparitions and there's something supposed to be there. Okay. So we know something happened within those 3 days that caused the website to close down. So looking back here, we find this. If I Control-Shift-I, inspect, and then image, spooky. Assets, image, spooky. Nothing? Okay, maybe it's under here? it just led me back. Huh. Am I going about this the wrong way? Or is... Yeah, there's nothing there. There's something with this photo that I'm missing. Why is it pulling from a different part of the website? The fact it says 16 by 16 makes me think that it might purposely be a missing image. But I feel like if I find something, it's going to be related to an alternate. Okay, so there is just no image. Good to know I wasted my time. We'll stay and watch, but I want to sleep. Fair enough. Thanks, very kind of you. Swear, can't be positive, ever. Well, actually, that's probably more positive than you've given most of my videos, so I'm fine with that. Image adjustments, exposure. Yep, offsets. Oh yeah, probably should make sure I'm not... Now I'm just screwing around with it. Okay, so most likely nothing on this page. So my thought would be that whoever was recording this recorded it before the website was shut down. What's this? Message of the day. Just says messages. Christmas is canceled.
That's Disney evil.
Let's open more info. So hiring. MCPD is now recruiting. Take action. Serve your community. Ask for Mr. Davis at the front desk. Okay. That was focused on for some reason. It's called The Boys. I mean, this website is honestly pretty good, all things considered. It's a, like, fairly good recreation of something from the early 2000s. Confirm there are 3 people standing here outside of a car. So if nothing else, I'd say we're off to a pretty good start. So we've got 2 things cleared. Now we need general information and staff login, which once again I'll say thank you to Phenomenal Profile who gave me the password. Make sure to expand the page. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you very much for pointing that out though, because when I was looking through the website earlier I noticed that and I was like, oh, that's peculiar. I have a theory about that and I'll explain it once we look through this. Oh shit. I keep noticing things. I left Photoshop up. Sorry. Okay. We're thrilled to have the opportunity to serve this community since 1832. 170 years later. Really? So I would hope that's just rounding, because then it's 2002, which doesn't really make sense. I'm hoping it's rounding up, or that would imply this is made different, but I wouldn't think it's that much into the dates. So, wonderful association. Thank you for making part of the great community. As of now, that's interesting. As of now, emergency, non-emergency calls are answered. Non-emergent. That's weird. Okay. And then, yeah. As, let's see what their username was again. Warrior Corn Waffle. Thank you for pointing that out, but I did already see it earlier. So, if you zoom out or just go to the bottom page, you find that. So, my assumption is this, and also, yeah, there's a little fun thing here that leads you to an image, and I'll take a look at that in a second, but you never had any idea what you were doing, you cowards. The grand year of 92 leaving me. So, I would assume this is Thatcher. But I feel like it's him just because, or I don't even know. I would assume it's Thatcher though because he would be the only person with access to the website. Here, let me real quick turn off the browser thing so you can see it. There you go. But I'd have to assume that's Thatcher saying it. Then you get lies and deceit. I didn't notice that earlier. It says lies and deceit. So we got monkey, which doesn't really help much. So we just got burr right there. Lies and deceit, center image. I'm gonna download that and take a look at it. It's like a negative filter, but I don't know what the actual term is for it. In PHP, I can see it says Thatcher user. I wonder if that's just because it's only meant for Thatcher because they're working on it, but that's weird that it's specifically Thatcher password, Thatcher user. I'd imagine that's just something as a result. Because PHP is just, it's normally locked if I remember right. The other thing I noticed was 92. Oh yeah. So in this video, I mean Thatcher's thing is Thatcher Davis 92. So there's something significant with 92. Just brighter, nothing. I don't know if that's because my first assumption seeing it was possibly like a sign language kind of thing. Or possibly, like, I feel like this would have to mean something. Because it seems very specific and it doesn't seem like just scary imagery. And then adjustments. Let's do brightness, contrast. I doubt, yeah. Way too pixelated to actually see what that is. Same there. Nothing really visible. I'm gonna have to investigate where that person got that password from because that's really weird. And my first thought was like, okay, maybe there's something you need to access to get to it. But I don't really see anything. I think it's just they saw that the email was labeled Brighter Day and took that for what it was. Okay, password was Thatcher Davis. Yep, Thatcher Davis 92, and then every day gets darker. If this is, because who knows, maybe this isn't even the password, but the fact that there's never a part of this video, I don't think. This is. Why is it leaked? That's another question. Is it. Did something happen? It is. Okay. I'm getting a Brave. Oh, shoot. I didn't show it. I'm getting a Brave pop up. It's asking me to share the password. It doesn't show up, but you can see it's kind of like highlighted right there. Okay. You know what? Sure. Let's save the password. Why not? Okay. Confidential. Well, that's how you know it's serious. So we got welcome, Lieutenant Dodger. Yeah, this is just sketchy. Okay. Mandela County Police Department active investigations. Kelser and Joseph L. Murray. Oh. Okay. First off, interesting already. I don't know if those names ring a bell, but considering they're labeled before the incident, is interesting. There wasn't anything here, right? I'm just making sure I'm not missing something. Okay, let's look at media recovered. But this is a PHP, okay. This is the video we saw. Hey, it's Limbo. Also came from one of the tapes that Dave restored for me. Seems to be this Stanley character. Yep, so this person actually knows, but I wouldn't think anyone would actually know. Meta sound conscious back, so they don't know who made it. We'll be trying to look more into this. I'm feeling it's directly related to the case. Hey, Sesame Street. Oh, jeez, I thought that was legs. Okay, Limbo 1, Limbo 2. They're screenshots. I wouldn't have labeled them screenshots, but okay. That's like a slight issue, but what is that? It's the TBB. Oh, the beginner. Okay, the Banger's Bible. Yeah, so they don't know how it's edited. And it's on a tape, so that's even weirder that would be edited in the first place. And I mean, these were from the original Mandela Catalogue, if I remember right, and then Stanley's from the newest ones. So Dave was the person who worked at the Mandela County, like basically technology store, and he restored the tapes. Okay. Anything else that's specifically interesting? What was this called? It's still Mandela Catalogue. I mean, there could potentially be something hidden within the CSS, but I wouldn't assume that off the bat. What is the confidential thing? I'm hoping it's just confidential. It's spelled in caps. Not a clickable link, but L. Murray. So this is someone who had this tape, presumably, or someone's house that they investigated. Kelser. Huh. Okay. So Bythorn Paranormal, I believe, was the second Mandela Catalogue. It's an invite. So Sarah Heathcliff. Oh, I don't like this. This makes me really uncomfortable. This is creepy. Okay. I don't think is the audio coming through? I need to figure out what channel it's on. Give me a moment. Unfortunately, the audio didn't record for this section, and the website has since then been taken down, but luckily someone did repost the audio on YouTube, so I'll be adding it in while editing.
Today would have been his 30th birthday. He had so much going for him. But you stripped that away with your filthy hands. You absolute scumbags. Who do you think you are? Up in that mighty tower of yours. What are you gonna do now? How are you going to repay me for this? I'm still waiting.
So, presumably talking about Mark Heathcliff. Let's check what the photos are called real quick. Database, I would assume. Database. So we got Adam, we've got Eve. Real quick, audio controls. So yeah, you can just pull the audio if you want.
He was always the nicest guy up until he started the investigations with Jonah. I never believed in that kind of stuff. He always came across as a skeptic, so I'm just more surprised than anything. There was always something going on with him, but he just never told me. We got into a big fight over it, and he just told me some awful, terrible things that I just wish he had never told me.
Okay. So, Jonah was one of the people of the Bythorn Paranormal Society. That I didn't even think about that, but that's other county. That's weird. So, Bythorn Paranormal Society. I don't know who this is addressing, whether it's government or the alternates or whatever, but this is most likely Mark Heathcliff's sister. Evelyn Miller. I don't know. But those like weird like skips are either just like some random noise, two extremes, either just some random noise or it's gonna be like throw it into Morse code. Throw it in Morse code and see what happens. So perpetrator.
I have no idea what her issue was. She keeps making shit up about me, just on a whim, constantly. There's always something new with her. I have no idea what she's like with other guys, or if she's had this problem with other guys in past relationships, but there's gotta be something up with her. She tries to make me sound like I'm crazy, and I feel like I know myself enough to know that that's fucking bullshit. Like, I'm sorry for being the mentally stable one in our relationship. She's got some screws loose up there, man.
I'll be completely honest. I turned away, had a drink of water, and I don't know if it's visible on the blurred out camera, but I jumped when I looked at his face. Okay, so presumably nothing. I still think, I don't know, there might be something hidden in that audio that could be interesting. I'll take a look at it. But what was it, a case number? It is a case number. So definitely spaced out. Then there's Johnson. And then we get to Mark Heathcliff and Caesar Torres. Okay. The one thing about this is I think it's interesting that she's just part of the Bythorn Paranormal Society. No, it doesn't seem to have any relation to the case. It seems to be just talking. And then you've got perpetrator and witness, which are interesting titles to give, as they seem to be collecting something, and I would assume they're talking about each other. But I don't know enough to actually fully go in on that assumption. Okay. Heathcliff and Torres. Okay. Impressive you're able to do a facial reconstruction in the early 2000s. Good on you. You give that person a raise. Amazing. Okay, hey, let's see. This is a phone call. This is the phone call from the video, I'm pretty sure. Hey, it's Caesar. I hope it's not. Yeah, it's not me. It's my mom. I just need you to come over. So they don't know. So they're saying they don't know if they were robbed or not. So they need to investigate that. Well, yeah, would you mind? I just won't. Do you have it? Maybe you should sell something. I don't know. Should be too. I'm just gonna switch somehow. Let me get out of there. You know. Okay, what's more peculiar, I would say, is that noticeably the case numbers are ordered here, and this seems to be unrelated from the. Well, I don't remember if Adam. I'll check. This seems to be unrelated from the Bythorn Paranormal Society we saw in the video. The second video, at least. Because we know that was in a more future time, where this is stated to be 92, which is interesting, because as we saw, Thatcher Davis, his is 92. And there seems to be a focus on that, considering there's the one message at the bottom of the website. Collected for investigation. I'm not going to check these because I'm pretty sure they're the exact same. I will check the name of them. Mark, okay. Mark Caesar transmission, so it's one thing and then there's a black line there to make it look, okay. I would assume at least. Asset, item 17, okay, tape found. Cool. Progression of footage. So this is, a lot of this seems to be recaps of the things we've seen. Returns home, voice reminiscent, calls outside. The knocking continues. Okay, so holy crap. Okay, that's interesting. So what we saw is very much edited then. And the reason I say that is my memory's not good enough to tell you if this all happened in the video. But you get to this, and it says it's 2:02, and it continued knocking until 9:34. We see maybe 30 seconds of what this is talking about in the video. I don't remember it showing him dialing, but he does say, nobody came for me. Dawson phone number, no response is heard. He continues trying, holy crap, for 8 hours, calling people. Starts sobbing. It's fictional, but like, it's depressing. So it's 15th. It's facing the door. Yep. Yeah. Because we saw this. We saw the book in the third, no. Yes, in the third video. After an ounce silence. Shoots. Yeah. Shown in a secondary, okay. Obscure in darkness. Ooh, that's just weird. I don't remember that. That's crazy. Wow. Nothing, right? Yeah. Oh, that's dark. I hate it. The interesting thing with "and now I'm free" I would assume is because the alternate is now pretending to be Mark, possibly, but I wonder for sure. Just weird, like, obviously. And now I'm free. So when does an alternate pick a target and they have to basically remove that target and then assimilate into them, or is this just stating, okay, now I'm Mark Heathcliff and now I'm free? Like, because the fact it's not in the primary style, and also the fact that Heathcliff would even be mentioned in that way. I think Murray was the guy introduced in part 3. Once again, a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to check on. Just real quick. It doesn't talk about the recorder. It specifically, so we're missing information here, because it only shows the camcorder and the tape found in the camcorder. But it, in the video, we hear audio that is not displayed here. So this isn't the full. This has some stuff that wasn't in the videos, and it's also missing stuff that wasn't in the video, which is peculiar. Okay. So once again, the recurring set of numbers 333, which I think can't spell. Jeez, that's not right. That's the Bible. It's the Bible. The Bible. It's the Bible. I think the difference between Bible and Bible is literally if you just capitalize. Looks completely different. 333. And then this, which is thoughts, which is weird that it's marked like that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want to have the volume on. Oh, God. Police hall. Cool. Thanks. Very helpful. Oh, I don't like it. I don't. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Okay, so this is just an image. It's a still image. I'm gonna check for something in that corner. That looks like a nice little hidey spot. Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay, that's Thatcher.
Just... Fuck. You ever, had the feeling when you wake up and there's just like a pit, like in your stomach and, like in your chest. Yeah, it started happening to me about a year ago. I'd wake up and I would be just fucking like drenched in sweat, and I would come into work.
There is a voice in the background. I heard something. I'll look over that.
And everyone would be like, Davis, you look like fucking shit.
There's something there.
Like, what happened to you? And she'd be like, I slept. I went to bed. And that is...
It sounds like an alternate. Or like, it sounds like a computerized voice, which has been used for the alternates in the past.
Why I look like shit.
We've now got beeping.
You know, that would happen about on and off for a while. It didn't last too long, but...
That's the news.
After some things happened, it's been happening about every night. I feel like I can't even sleep anymore. Like, it's really fucking with me. I can't do anything. You know, I started drinking. You know, that knocked me out once. I think that was about it. It was the only time it worked. You know, I really can't be in this position. I can't be in this position. I need to be stronger, and I can't find it within myself to do that. I don't know. This whole thing's fucking stupid. I don't even know what to do.
Okay, one moment. Oh, hello. Sorry, I was away. Okay, so listen to this. There's voice in the back. There's stuff going on. Definitely. I heard newscaster. There was someone whispering in the background that, like I said, sounded a bit like an alternate. And he muttered something at the end. So I got that down here. I think I've gone through everything. Okay, image. I'm sure there's other things I could be checking this with, but I really don't know many others. My eyes are seeing things there. Okay. Exposure. Yeah, I don't think anything's there. Ooh, but you can make it a bit creepier. You can turn it real low. Wait. Oh, I like that. That's kind of iffy. So what? That's weird. There's light through here, light not there. Whatever. I don't think it matters. I don't see anything really. Pick up on it earlier, but the fact that she said told him horrible things in the description of Mad, which actually I need to start pulling up some of the videos and going through them again. Wrong thing. Let's go here. Yep, there you go. And it's on the front of his page. Interesting. So if you listen to Mad, prevent yourself, metaphysical, Mad. Yep. So exposure to information that is not desired to be known, and then there is a point to be made. If diagnosed, do not worry. Yeah. So 3% proved. That's uncomfortable. Okay, so definitely an alternate would seem was talking to her. No clue who that is, no clue who that is. Wait a minute. Okay, now it's time to actually start looking through. Oh, it's Markiplier. Let's actually look through some of this stuff. I never looked through this video. Is that Thatcher? I don't like that. No. Well, you know, just saying real quick, this would seem to contradict that a bit. Sorry, I have this up, but This seems to contradict the idea you're alive. Ooh, hey, it's Caesar. Ruth Weaver. Oh, these are all the people. Yeah, nice big smile for everyone. Very nice. I don't believe, see... The lights shine... Okay, that's interesting. I was assumed that Thatcher fell over. I think it looks like he dropped the camera. Yep, because the light's on him there. And then, boom. So... he ran. That was the recording symbol, I believe. You alright? That stretched, yeah. And then him, nice to meet you. And then this statue. Okay. What I was trying to think of is who's the other officer who's called. Yep. Okay. So that's interesting. Why? One, it's in quotations, but also the fact that, if I remember it, this is Ruth Weaver. That's Thatcher. So, are they dead? There you go. Big question. Wow. I don't know. That's strange. Because we're getting stuff after the fact, presumably, of Thatcher. Because I didn't listen to the full thing, but he's talking here, I am alive, which would imply that somebody thinks he's dead. This is important. This is really important. I just realized why. Okay, forget that. No, local news. There you go. St. John's Field. What's this say? Nothing. Comments are turned off. Okay. Yep. Right? Brenton Bunnies. So it's not the same team. But, well, one of the teams is the same. I don't like this. This is very uncomforting. Ooh, hello, yes. Okay. In the doorway. Something's in the dark. Ooh. Hi, did you flash something? Nope, it just focused weird. Okay. Ten to 4. I would assume that was like, oh, someone typed wrong. Okay, let's look and see what people are saying. That I'm confused more than anything. Okay. Yep. I agree with that because it was. No, fudge, I'm not signed in. Oh, because I looked at this video on my actual account. That's why. Okay, Sarah. Yeah. I don't. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, the church. Yep. But the previous stuff would imply it isn't, in the fact that the thing where he mentions. So my assumption, real quick, would be that was this wasn't the site. What site was it that had? It was this, right? No, where was it? There's one of these that's really open. General information. Yep. You never had any idea what you were doing, you coward. The grand year of 92, leaving me. I don't know if that's from Thatcher, but if it is, I would assume it's in reference to him calling out to other police stations, not getting response. The other thing is it could be one of the people mentioned in the Mandela Catalogue too. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Because you got these two idiots. Yep, okay, Adam Murray, and he was Jonah. Okay, so that goes along with what I was thinking. So look, no, what, where was it? Where am I? This. Sarah Heathcliff's talking about stuff. This is Adam Murray, who's in this, and if I remember right, we see him at the TV. He left him to die. Yeah, we see him at the end of the TV, or down in the basement with the TV at the end of the second one. And then Evelyn Miller is presumably, was she the person who called? Who did they call initially? They got a call from someone. Ooh, Wendigo. So, yeah, in that context, it makes no sense for Evelyn Miller, but why? She's a witness to what? And he's a perpetrator to what? Being in the house? Breaking and entering, maybe? Yeah, it's implied all TVs because the GPS. Yeah, so it's either he's an alternate or he has just disappeared. That could be it. Okay, so we assume that like everyone originally, at least I did, assume that Thatcher dies. At the end of, oh my gosh, I keep having to navigate around Mandela Catalogue 333. Then we get this video, Every Day Gets Brighter, where he's like, I'm alive. Cool. Then we get the stuff on the website, and we get that recording on the website. So because of how this is framed, we can assume Thatcher's looking at it, shoots and runs. Because that wasn't really what everyone, like, I wouldn't have thought that's what happened. But let's see. Shoot. Does the light move away? It doesn't show us. Okay. I would assume at that point he moves. That's it. Okay, thank you. I didn't think of that. And I would never have thought of that. Thank you so much, Bradley Hicks. There you go. Oh my god. Okay, see no hear evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Because, and here you go. What is this in reference to? It's in reference to the fact you never had any idea what you're doing, you cowards. Leaving me. Because they, one, were told not to respond to an alternate call, but also they ran. Here, once again, I'll move the browser thing so you can see it. I never would have imagined that. That makes someone, thank you. So dang it, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love that. think there's nothing much in this video except for the username that reveals for the site. The site is where the theories can kick in. What I'd rather is really a glitch Bible story that we found for series. Read Adam Murray's house. I believe it to be as. Does someone have the same last name? I would have missed that. L. Murray. That's why. Now, if the theory Adam was taken be true, the tape might have also allowed the ultimate of its way. Find Jim Henson's limbo knockoff Stanley thing on the tape. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Adam was confirmed alive, and not only that, Mark's sister is working with him on the BS to find out what happened, angry at the middle. Okay, there's an extra line of dialogue about Mark's death. Yeah. We're not seeing everything. Yeah, it could be. There's also a lawyer. Yeah, Marshall. And one of the most curious details, there's an address for people interested in working for them. Yeah, I didn't want to, like, look into that too much. Because of the stuff that happened with game theory. Yep, stuff appeared that didn't. That's what I also was thinking, possibly. Is that the alternate then takes the shape and then says, I'm free. Oh. That's interesting. And then also 1992, I thought Adam died later in time. So I'm not exactly sure. It's actually a good point, but I'm wondering why exactly. Sting Adam. In the days when Adam Mark's sister, because one of them was held for questioning, I believe, right? No, that was Marshall, who was held for questioning. Lies in deceit. That's the same thing. It's just okay. Yeah, because everyone noticed that. Yeah, I don't even think. I think this is gonna have stuff that's apparent later, other than the stuff that we theorized. We now know that Thatcher's alive and kicking. Okay, the original copies. Is there something? Is this police thing missing stuff? Original copies. I don't think I've seen all of these. Oh, no. Yep. Okay. I look in the shadows and you never notice. I live in the shadows is probably more. Mark's. This is when. But it's been days. I have a gift for you. And then boom. Now I'm free. Is it actually? Thank you for the 5 Nights at Freddy's laugh. I don't know. This is right? Yeah. Emergency call operator. Police, fire, medical. Encounter. Do you help? Yeah. And then there's the man. Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. It's all interesting. That's all I've said. This entire time, it was more just analysis, looking over what I could. So we can assume Thatcher's hiding. We can assume she's dead. We can assume Jonah. Something happened to Jonah. Right? Because he wasn't. Lynn Murray? What was the name on the divorce papers? Yep, okay. 19. That's interesting. There's the theory that, from what we know, this is the woman who appears in what? I think it's the second Mandela Catalogue. But we can presume that is Lynn and Jude Murray. Because in this, we hear Thatcher talking to Jude. And he's like, I don't know what happened to my wife. And presumably Lynn and Jude's child disappears. The reason I find that interesting is because there's a theory that Adam was like kind of raised by the alternates or is some way affected by them. Because you get these scenes. And he's talking to it. And then you got, what will he do without you? Does he pull off road here? He does, and he puts on his emergency. Okay. So Adam, presumably, Adam Murray. So he's the son of Jude and Lynn. He's taken by an alternate. Yep, okay. Tape was found. It was in... I'm trying to go through this. Okay. This tape was found at El Murray's house. So we know that's Lynn Murray. And then we know that Jude eventually goes over there because she's like, the baby's crying and took the TV out. And that is in the third Mandela Catalogue. We know that Limbo, or Stanley, talks to Adam, presumably, and gets him to imagine a friend. And then that is why in the third Mandela Catalogue, when Jude comes home to their house, the house he has with Lynn, and he sees something he doesn't understand, he's talking to Thatcher. And Thatcher asks, does he look like anyone you've ever seen before? And Jude says no, and that confuses Thatcher. And that's because it is created by Adam. So Adam has taken, Lynn commits suicide because there's the one video where it says the mother's distraught after her child disappears. So then Adam disappears. We don't know what happened to Jude. Then the next thing is, okay, this is the media. So already off to a bad start, because not only is there a TV, which is warned against, but there's a cassette tape that's weird. Then you have the Bythorn Paranormal Society. How many numbers? Okay, there's about 29. That's quick math. I might be screwing that up. 20. Let's say 29 numbers between. And you have one of them mentioned Jonah, right? Jonah. Until he started the investigations with Jonah. So this means much later in the future, presumably. But what I don't understand is 92. Grandier of 92 leaving me. Because presumably Thatcher's called into this case. And then he's attacked, or he attacks the alternate. Okay, so then you got the Bythorn Paranormal Society, which forms at some point, and we have Adam as a member, we have Jonah as a member, Sarah, and Evelyn doesn't seem to be, because if you notice, she's not marked with BPS on her shirt, and it's not specifically called out in her name. So she's just related, she's not actually part of the Bythorn Paranormal Society. The thing I'm wondering is, contents are somehow edited in scenes in the tape. I wonder if this was already edited, or if playing it through the TV, the alternate somehow edited the physical tape while it was playing, and the tape like had that left over, recorded over onto it. And that's because I feel like it would have been trying to show Adam something, and that's why Stanley appears. Your mother or your girlfriend or something along the lines of that, but I feel like it's your mother. Crap, because I was on I had a thought and then I lost it. He mentions death marches. He mentions how he's different in the exact same way that Evelyn Miller says he changes. Who are you? I didn't realize that. Who are you running from? So definitely an alternate is on the website. Otherwise that wouldn't be there. Who are you running? Yeah, who are you running from? Who are you running from? So most likely there is some kind of influence by the alternate. It's also interesting if Thatcher is trying to keep the community together, or he's given up. Because is him saying, I can assure you that you are 100% safe here, him actually reassuring them, or is that an alternate? And then is it an alternate pretending to be him, or is it just some random, is it the intruder or something random? Thrilled. I find that interesting. Non-emergency calls. What does that mean? Every call, a few calls, what does that entail? Is it all of them recently, or all of them are lined through? I don't know what the right term is, I'm blanking. Yeah, so people are taking inspiration for that, which is always good to see. What was the teaser exactly? Black, black, black. You can just see that it cuts out. I love that people don't check. People are just like, it's black. Just immediately drops. Live. Horiaha Hall. What's the HC? It's not Mandela. Adam sees the video. The intruder infiltrates the TV in Adam's bedroom. He starts crying. His mother takes it out. During that period of time, Stanley appears and gets him to create an alternate, who then takes... No. The intruder takes Adam. The alternate stays behind. And then we know that Lynn commits suicide. And then there's the scene where it says, body tempered by invisible force, which could be the alternate. And you could maybe assume that they need bodies to control. Huh. So then Adam reappears at some point with some effect added to him by the alternates or the intruder, and then meets Jonah. They create the Bythorn Paranormal Society. Presumably Sarah joins in, and then Jonah and Adam start going out. doing these investigations, Evelyn starts to get worried. We know that the station was abandoned. I feel like this is Thatcher. So Thatcher goes to investigate, and actually no, he goes to back up Ruth. Ruth is attacked. We don't know what happens at the Murray household. And then Thatcher runs back to the station, encounters an alternate, shoots it, runs. Presumably that alternate is the one that was created by Adam. And then we don't know where Mark Heathcliff exactly comes into this, but the intruders seem to be stalking him from a young age. I don't know. I think that's the most I can give. I'll wait and see what the GT Live thing is. I'm sure he can come up with a similar thing. Probably something more coherent, but thank you to the 29 people who joined me. That was very fun. Very enjoyable time. So I should probably go to bed. It's 2 a.m. Here, what's the best page I can leave this on that's kind of creepy? Ooh, this one here. Thoughts, I actually, yeah. My thoughts on this are, I really don't know what to do with this website. I hope it gets updated. I hope there's a bit more. No. Let's go White Brave. But right now I feel like it's just, it's adding more pieces into the puzzle that we're gonna have to figure out where they fit. But I definitely don't think, at least, like, you got stuff like FNAF, and like I said, I follow game theory, and that's a series with so many puzzle pieces, and so many of them are the wrong shape. Do not fit together. Mandela so far has managed to maintain that for the most part, and anything they haven't, they're able to retcon, be like, okay, this is the official version we're putting out. These are the old versions if you want to go back and look at them. So yeah. Here, I'm gonna close Photoshop real quick. Yeah, so, like I said, thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got here right at the end. But yeah, I'm gonna go, so I will see you around. Have a lovely night. See ya.